I like Chiappetta, dude.
We are live from Willowbrook Ice Arena for the CCHL Game of the Week on YouTube Live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the final regular season edition of the CCHL Game of the Week, live here from Willowbrook between Fenwick and Marist, alongside Dylan Ward and Taylor Rambold. I am Max Anderson. We'll have all the live game action for you here from the southern suburbs. Taylor, these two teams are meeting for the second time here tonight. First game, Fenwick won 7-3. It was a two-goal output from three of the top point getters for Fenwick. What's Marist got to do tonight here? Turn the table a little bit.
Well, both teams are coming into this game deep into the season. They're finding out who they are before the playoffs come around. You said it, second meeting between the two. Fenwick came out on top 7-3 last time. Marist needs to come off the bat fighting strong. They need to take it to Fenwick deep in their own zone early. They need to forecheck aggressively, and they need to get every puck on net as quickly as possible. A couple early ones will be a really good game plan to start for Marist.
Taylor, the last time we had Fenwick on a Game of the Week, they played St. Ignatius. They played outstanding in the first period. Did a great job of clogging up the neutral zone, really preventing a high-powered offense in St. Ignatius from getting going. It was that second and third period where they lost their way just a bit. We'll see if they can put together a complete performance here tonight. And that opening face-off draw won by Marist, taking control of his own blue line, is Alex Huntley. He'll send the puck in deep, stopped by starting netminder for Fenwick, Santino Ori. Now a shot, point-blank shot swept away as Billy Buckley able to clear it to the point for a moment and finally able to force it on. On comes Carter Fask with the puck. He loses it through the neutral zone. Circling back is senior captain Michael Ewellwaite, defenseman of one of two Ewellwaite brothers here on this Marist team. McFadden in the corner for Fenwick, wraps the puck around. Able to keep it in at the point was Huntley. Only for a moment, now 2-on-1. Here comes Fenwick right off the bat. McFadden skates wide. No backhanded shot, pad save by Lucas McWilliams, starting netminder for the Marist Redhawks. Now quickly in transition come the Redhawks. Here's Dougherty. Liam Dougherty, the leading point getter for this Marist side. 15 points here in the CCHL. Puck comes loose towards the middle of the ice with Stedman. As he looks up ice, he'll carry, drop the puck in deep, and give JV call up Johnny Senna. A huge revelation for this Fenwick Friars team. Started the year on JV, got called up midway through the year. Taylor, you got to love a JV player coming up, and he's held his own, if not more than that, here on varsity. Now this shot left right out in front of the crease, swept away as Ori didn't get a clean look at it. Nathan Wilczek checked off the puck, now side of the net is Antonio Antonelli. His shot fought off by Ori and played out now by Fenwick as Sam Chioda chips it deep, and Fenwick's going to get full line change. This puck ricochets off the netting, so we're going to get a neutral zone face-off draw.
Yeah, Marist so far, just shy of 2 minutes in, Max, has done an outstanding job at possession numbers. You know, they've already been eliminated from the playoffs mathematically. Second to last game of the regular season, they're trying to go out with a bang, and that was some great puck possession to open up against a team that's a little higher than them in the standings.
Yeah, good push here early from Marist. It's a good call, Dylan, as they would love to jump out in front. That's certainly a recipe for success, getting behind early. Tough to come back against this Fenwick team who's really grown throughout the season. Talk about a young team who towards the end of their first varsity season, I don't know, Taylor, Fenwick not a team that if they're going to end up being in the 20s somewhere seed-wise, but pretty strong team down towards the bottom of the playoff bracket when that time comes.
Yeah, absolutely, and don't be fooled by their losses on this season. We've seen them once before. They can play a really tough two-way game, and they can be very solid defensively. So definitely not an easy task going up against a solid defense for Fenwick. Also, a Fenwick team that's getting contributions from around the roster. Max, you mentioned Johnny Senna, JV call-up. This is his 9th game. He has 3 points. Contributing member of this team. I think you said the word revelation. Anytime a JV player can come up, cut his teeth early into a varsity season and look good and contribute, that's a huge win for a coaching staff.
Face-off forced out of the zone. Fenwick trying to break out. It's Carter Fask that tried to get to the puck instead. Sent back in, and Ori's going to have to settle it for the Friars. In the corner, having a little bit of trouble handling the puck is Sam Chioda. That pass comes out in front. It'll be Eddie McFadden that has to clean it up there. Now is the aforementioned Senna getting a chance. Cam Corvo getting some ice time as well. Here's Fast trying to center it. McFadden, and that puck just a little bit behind him. Now a scrum in the corner, comes loose to McFadden. Sharp angle shot, good save from McWilliams. Rising up out of his butterfly to use that chest to keep it out. McFadden backhanded pass is deflected by Max Sombong. Again comes loose, now out in front Corvo, shot fought off. McWilliams trying to keep it out, still loose, finally gets a whistle. And McWilliams made the great initial save, Taylor, and then scrambled to keep it out.
Yeah, he sure did. It trickled to his far side leg pad. He was almost pushed to the right and had to recorrect himself left to grab it. Nonetheless, Luke McWilliams in net with a 5.43 goals against average and an 8.45 save percentage. He doesn't have a ton of help in front of him. A young Marist team. Certainly has seen his fair share of pucks come his way, but don't let the numbers fool you. He is a solid goaltender.
Far side half boards, puck comes free. Played on right into the stick of McWilliams. It was Phil Brooks who forced his way towards net.
Opposite McWilliams, Max, in net for Fenwick tonight is Santino Ori. We've seen him a few times this season on the CCHL Game of the Week. Santino Ori, one of the better netminders in state, 2.78 goals against, 8.89 save percentage. He started in 14 games. He's seen a lot of hockey for the Fenwick Friars this season.
Saw a big first hit there in the neutral zone. First major collision we've seen. We'll play on as Buckley retreats back to get the puck. Instead, behind the net, it's Lucas Polavina. He's not able to center the pass, and breaking out with it is Fenwick. On comes Justin Pinkowski. Pinkowski, he'll shoot, stick save, and up into the netting. An offensive zone draw coming for the Friars.
Yeah, that was a nice rush to this other side of the ice by Fenwick. They've really picked up their possession numbers since those first 2 minutes that I was talking about. Now the last 2 minutes has really been the Friars to play, but a couple of good chances, still nothing in the net.
And you look for guys like Will Stedman. Taylor, I know we were very impressed with him the first time we saw him against St. Ignatius a couple months back. Really the straw that stirs the drink for Fenwick. 28 points, by far leading point getter. Getting his chance on the ice now.
Yeah, we love Stedman's game. He's a really solid two-way player. He's good in his own zone. He can score. He's a fun player to watch.
Right as you say it, Taylor centering pass, shoots, scores! So just like that, Owen Fast gets the game's first goal, and set up by none other than the aforementioned Will Stedman.
A wonderful cycle with a few opportunities on net, banged home off the rebound. A little bit of traffic in front. I'm not sure McWilliams saw the second shot, the follow-up. Nonetheless, the 12:40 mark, Fenwick is on the board.
Yeah, Stedman, what a pass by him to set up that goal. He now has 11 points in the last 4 games, counting this one, which we're still early in. And how about 5 of the 6 last games for Stedman, multiple points?
He's playing his best hockey, and there's certainly the type of player that come state tournament time, he could take over a game himself, Taylor. Get a couple of points, maybe a couple of goals, and upset somebody. This Fenwick team has grown a lot through the season. Now here's another chance for Karabatsis. His shot pad saved by McWilliams. Now the entire length of the ice goes just too far for icing. George Cleary was busting his you-know-what to try to reach the puck, not able to.
And guys up there at the booth now with Marist allowing a goal here in this period. This period right here, the first of this game, is the 56th period that they've played all season long, and there's only been 6 times where they shut out their opponent in a given period. So that streak continues here with the first period goal by Fenwick.
It's been a tough season for Marist. No sugarcoating that. 2-15-1, but talked to Mark Banzi, who's really trying to build up this Marist program in year 3 as head coach. Obviously, one of those years, the COVID year last year, making it tough, but excited about the next group coming in next year. Wants to finish this season off right with this group. A win here tonight over the Fenwick team's played a lot better of late. We go a long way towards that.
Max, you mentioned it, some young talent coming up from Marist. This is already a young Marist team, so future's bright, definitely. They're headed in the right direction, upward, no questions asked.
Settling the puck in his own defensive zone is Carter Fask. He surveys, he'll go off for a change. Now trying to pry the puck loose was McFadden instead, dumped deep by James Hollowell.
McFadden took a hard hit on the near side board, and he got a little chuckle out of it. Not sure I want to be on McFadden's bad side. The penalty minute leader for the Fenwick Friars, with also 15 points on the season, so he can score, and he's no stranger to the penalty box. That's my kind of guy. That's my kind of player.
Taylor, that's the kind of player you look for.
I love those guys.
Karzak gets the puck. He'll spin it behind. Marist playing really aggressive on their forecheck here early, Taylor. We've seen 2 guys below the offensive zone face-off dots trying to put pressure on this Fenwick back line.
Yep, you asked what they need to do early. They need to pressure. They have to pressure. Get everything on net that they possibly can. Take Fenwick deep into their own zone. You don't want to get in a track meet, right? Take it to them from the start.
Pinkowski tries to go around a man at the blue line. That was Ryan Ulwait. Couldn't get by him. Back to take it is Chioda. His pass misses a stick. Goes all the way down, but no icing. Stedman tried to swipe the puck away instead of... It's Michael Ulwait that comes away with it, gets back out into the neutral zone. Here's Anthony Grenat. This puck getting all the way back in with 10 minutes to go here in the first period. It's a 1-0 Fenwick lead off a goal just a couple of moments ago from Owen Fask. The speedy Fask able to pry the puck on. Instead, it's chipped along the boards by Nathaniel Bustos and finally forced out. Now looking for a centering pass. Finally gets it through, but the active stick from Pinkowski prevents that dangerous opportunity for Marist. Back the other way comes Fask. He stops. He evaluates. He tries to find a trailer in Mikey Curtin, but just a little too late joining the play. Taylor, I know when we saw Owen Fask last time, another guy we very much enjoyed watching play alongside Stedman.
Absolutely. He can fly. And he's a really heads-up hockey player. You saw a nice play there. Zone entry, far side, slams on the brakes, sees Curtin coming through the neutral zone. Just waited a second too long to make that pass, but otherwise that opens up a ton of ice through the middle. He's just a fast, smart hockey player, which is a blast for us to watch in the broadcast booth.
And for most exciting for Friars fans, only a freshman.
Yeah, absolutely. Young player.
With that goal, guys, he extended a point streak to 4 in a row. 2 goals, 2 assists in the last 4.
You're going to be hearing a lot of that over the next couple of years with this Friars team.
Yep.
Certainly going to miss Stedman, the senior, but a lot of promise coming up for Fenwick.
And those two work so well together, which is rare between, 4-year, 3-year age gap.
Turnover here, puck loose in the slot, but a good heavy body check from Matt Hansen. Disrupted that point-blank chance. Pitching in is Liam Dougherty to receive it for Marist, and he'll lead the breakout the other way to James McQuaid. McQuaid goes through one defender. It's going to be 2-on-1 for Marist. McQuaid's got a man in the slot, trying to get it across, but the sprawling body of Joey Karzak didn't let that puck get through.
It's a fantastic play there by Karzak. You want to teach a defender who's lone in his own zone on a 2-on-1, take away the pass. The shooter is the goalie's job, and he did a really nice job of sprawling out to stop that play.
You could tell he was committed to taking away that passer. He was not going to let that puck get across, Taylor, exactly what you talked about. These coaches certainly drill in their defensemen. Now McFadden gets the puck. Joining the play is Gordelis. Now chance out in front. Puck still loose, swiped away. And are we going to get a penalty? I believe we are, of some variety. Taylor, I'm not...
an injury to the goalie, I think, behind the play.
Santino Ori, that's a good call. Yep. He can't put any weight on his right leg.
Ori's in some pain behind the play. I didn't see if it was a collision or what. Oh! We've heard from the training staff in the stands that it's a skate blade.
Taylor, that's the third time. Taylor, that's the third time.
You do need a piece of steel in your skates to maneuver. Yeah,
it's the third time in the last 3 games we've done there's been a skate issue. I'm not kidding. Between this network at the CCHL and our sister network over at the SHL, it was the goaltender for St. Viator a couple of nights ago. That skate broke pregame, and then 2 games before that, it was a defenseman for New Trier whose skate broke mid-game. Dylan, I believe you were on both of those broadcasts.
Yeah, I was. That most recent one on, I believe it was the 20th. Yeah, Mike Mazzaro for the St. Viator Lions was all set to start, and instead it had to be the other guy, Dominic Grimaldi, but he ended up getting a shutout in that game.
How about that, Taylor? You weren't expecting to play that day. The starter, his skate has a malfunction. You get thrown in there in net, and you get yourself a shutout.
Well, and that's the crazy part, too, right? Starter goes down with what you think would be an easy blade fix. Not at this level. We're not in the NHL. No Troy Parchman to pop a new piece of steel in there. Most guys are not going to come to the rink with an extra piece of steel in their hockey bag. But it's going to take 5 to 10 minutes to swap it out anyway if you know what you're doing. And these teams don't have training equipment staffs.
In the case of Burris for New Trier, when he lost his skate blade, he actually ended up using his dad's skates that he had in the car. Which, I mean, I thought I'd seen everything in the 6 years of doing SHL and CCHL broadcasts.
That's a new one for me, too, between playing and coaching and broadcasting. I did see once, and it's always good when a JV team plays before varsity. A couple JV guys are hanging around the locker room. Somebody go get a pair of skates, wear those. I've seen that once. But Dylan, Dad's pair of skates, that's awesome.
Dylan, looks like you're down there. Looks like Ori's coming out of the game. It's going to have to be backup netminder Max Penaccio.
Yeah, guys, he's going to take a second to take off some of his equipment and get everything settled out with the trainer. Maybe get a new blade in his skate. That's what one of the training or maybe equipment guys is helping him do right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see him return to this game, and it's just a quick spot appearance for the backup.
So, Taylor, you've done plenty of goaltender coaching. You're Max Penaccio. Not only did you not think you were going to start this game, you're on the bench. I don't really think you're ever going to come into this game. If you're Marist, you got to be attacking him right away.
Oh, absolutely. Get everything you can on net. And from the flip side, Penaccio, he started 4 games. He hasn't even seen 100 shots in the Catholic League this year, right? So not a ton of experience so far on the season. You don't expect to start. Goalie is one of the more finicky positions in sports. It's all about your mental mindset, right? I'm sure he's ready. Wasn't expecting to get into the game, so we'll see.
Ooh, that puck comes careening into the penalty box. Nearly takes out our parent Volunteers.
Hey, guys, by the way, cycling back to that opening goal by Fenwick, you were talking about Marist's record a little bit in the open, Max. Only 2 wins all season long in the regular season anyway, but how about this? Both those wins, they allowed the first goal. So that could be a good sign for Marist.
So maybe they need to give one up in order to – no, I'm not even going to try to make a stretch on that. I don't think there's any coach that would ever subscribe to that theory. Is that pass just a little bit errant?
Just an interesting one, guys.
Well, they're going to find a win tonight in their penultimate game of the season. They're going to have to do it from behind with 6:53 left here in the first.
For those of you watching this broadcast at home, winking your eyes, thinking you're seeing a white practice jersey in the middle of the ice, you are. Phil Brooks, without his game jersey tonight, maybe left in the laundry room. I'm not sure, but he is rocking his practice jersey this evening.
I won't speculate, but between the equipment issues and some of the jerseys issues, never know quite what you're going to get when you come out here to some of these high school rinks. And
I'm going to start looking for 2 different socks on one of these guys as well.
I have almost no doubt someone out there has
a home and away.
Taylor. Now a turnover. On comes Marist trying to center the puck. It was Anthony Granat. Not able to as this puck comes back out to center ice. Chips the puck along. Granat's going to try to get it towards the top of the slot. Turned over by Buckley. Now pressuring Zulwait. In the corner. Ulway comes out with it, tries to center it. Another backhanded pass, puck loose right out in front of the crease. And not able to get a good shot on net were the Redhawks. And Fenwick's able to clear. Now they're coming back with a 2-on-1 opportunity.
Oh.
Fask very nearly had a breakaway opportunity. You heard
that would have been dangerous just with his speed. Look out. If Fask got away with that one.
And then Senna got in the way of Fask as he entered the zone here. Senna sticked aside by McWilliams. Far side half boards, Bustos. He's able to chip it out. And it'll be Noah Hawk to reset. Senna again turns and fires, but turns it over. Karzak finally able to settle. Fast fires it in deep. He'll give Senna a chance on the forecheck.
Guys, Ori is back on the bench with his equipment malfunction fixed. It looks like by his body language he's getting ready for the next whistle to come back in.
Thanks for that, Dylan. Good to keep an eye. Thank you for that. Here's a shot from Karzak. Blockered away by McWilliams. Loose. Rebound right out in front. Puck still loose. Finally get the whistle.
That was a quick whistle.
From the referee.
That was a quick whistle. That puck was absolutely still loose, and it would have been a goal for Fenwick, too.
Yeah, Fast had that puck pop out to him.
Yep.
Wide open there.
On the back door, there was, McWilliams laying on the ice. Back door was wide open. Whistle blew. It would have been a goal for Fenwick.
Ori has returned to his net, boys.
Santino Ori is back in net for Fenwick, so crisis avoided on the equipment front for Fenwick.
It means the steel didn't break. It just popped out.
Again, Taylor, 3 times in the last. Oh, this centering pass. Chance and a big follow-up from Bustos. Not able to go. Back the other way comes Marist. Good move around one player, McQuaid. McQuaid's shot fought off by Ori, so Ori getting tested as soon as he gets back in net. Now stretch pass finds the stick of Karabatsas. Karabatsas drops to Curtin. Curtin goes around one, but a good stick check from Max Sombong stops the play there.
Joey Karchek tried to step up there for Fenwick. He had a great defensive play on the 2-on-1 earlier, taking away the pass.
Now side angle, going around the net, trying to center it off the pad of Ori. It was McQuaid trying to circle, make a play. Back the other way comes Fenwick, 2-on-2. Karabatsas wide to McFadden. He skates hard. Backhanded pass, no one home for Fenwick. And Marist will clear. George Cleary with the puck. He's just going to dump it deep and head for a change.
As I was saying, Kurchik with a really nice stop. The last time we saw 2-on-1, this time makes a step up, take the body or the puck. Not neither. He took neither. Dangerous opportunity there for Marist.
McFadden again skates. Rebound right out in front. Getting to his forehand was Corvo, but his shot over the crossbar. Settling it is Huntley. He'll get it out in the neutral zone, deflected by Polavina. Into the offensive zone, Polavina gets it back near side half board. Centering pass attempt knocked down. Instead, it'll be Carter Fask, Owen's brother, takes the puck back. Now centering pass. Not able to play on. Here's a shot again, blockered away by McWilliams. When McWilliams uses that blocker, Taylor, he uses it viciously. Doesn't want any of those rebounds to pop right out in front. We've seen that like 3 times now, where when he's used that blocker, not only is he using it, he kind of hits back to make sure that rebound doesn't get popped out in front.
He knocks it into the corner. He's a very aggressive goalie. If you're able to look at it, even when the puck's coming into his own zone, he's 4, 5, 6 feet out of his own net mouth. He attacks the shooter and attacks the puck aggressively.
You'll wait behind the net, tries to skip it along the boards, but an active stick from McFadden knocked that down. Now Buckley at the point. He'll turn, loses the puck as he does it. Now Chipping trying to find a breakaway, but Buckley able to recover. Skating wide, Brooks. He's got the puck taken off his stick and cleared. Karzak's got to go back and get the puck in his own zone. He will, and turns it over in the neutral zone. 2 minutes exactly remain on the clock. And Santino Ori will take a face-off draw to his right.
We're going to get Fenwick's top line, a little bit of line matching coming.
Unofficial goal shot count so far. Shots on goal, I should say, 11-5 in favor of Fenwick here early on.
This is a mismatch. This is Marist's
Owen
third
Fask
line.
with a breakaway. Blue line in. Forehand, backhand shot saved by McWilliams to keep it 1-0.
And Marist is going to change right away. A huge mismatch there. It was Fenwick's top line, Marist's third line. 6 seconds in, we have a Fenwick breakaway. The moment that puck's blown dead, Marist is going to make a line change.
Yeah, Mark Banzi wasn't waiting.
Boy, yeah, Fask had a present absolutely gifted to him and accidentally ripped the packaging while opening the present. Could not get that one by.
Love that. That's great. Stedman centering pass. Just goes a little bit past Fask. Fask goes around one, has the puck taken away. Back the other way comes Liam Dougherty. Dougherty pestered the entire way. Fast made a mistake, but made up for it, getting back, making sure he didn't give up a breakaway opportunity to Dougherty.
Yep, because he's the fastest player on the ice. So even when you pick his pocket, you better move the other way because he'll catch you.
Stedman and Fask enter the zone. Stedman looks, trying to center. Backhanded shot. Senna couldn't get much on it. Fask follows up. Now Stedman, he'll shoot just wide. Senna behind the net.
Watch how far out of the net McWilliams comes to challenge these shooters. He is so aggressive, which can be such a good thing, cutting down the initial shot. So dangerous for a follow-up or a rebound attempt.
So if you're Fenwick going to work on that, you're looking to get the puck below the goal line, right?
Absolutely, and you're going to try to shoot to the far corner so that it kicks out to the side and you have a guy backdoor for a rebound shot. You want to get rebound shots.
Deflection from in behind. Now a couple of buys come together. That's Godelis on D for Fenwick. Dougherty comes away with it. Centering pass. Great centering pass. Couldn't get a lot on the shot by Cleary. And it chipped into the corner, but Dougherty with a nifty pass. 30 seconds remaining here in the first period. A 1-0 Fenwick score. Stedman able to finally pry the puck loose 20 seconds ago. He's going to rink wide, finally find the stick of Karabat.
Icing waved.
Now Karabatsis keeps it in at the point. Takes a check. Curtin takes the puck from him. Curtin plays it along. Andrew Petto tried to get to it. Instead, it's a Marist defenseman, and that will do it for the first period. So after one, it's a Fenwick lead of 1-0, 12-6 on the shot count. And for the most part, Fenwick with a better play there the entire period.
Well, in the 17 games that Fenwick has played coming into tonight, they've only found themselves ahead after the first period 7 of those 17 times. In those games, guys, only one regulation loss, to be exact, a 5-1-1 record. As for Marist, I believe it is Notre Dame and Bennett.
Excuse me, this is the penultimate game of the week. Good call, Dylan. I apologize. That is correct. That's on the 29th. Next Saturday would be the final CCHL game of the year. You would think, considering I make the schedule, it's something I should remember.
I was going to say, figure it out, boys.
Well, that's why I've got a good team here. Dylan Ward keeping me honest. Curtin tries to get that centering pass. Not able to break through. Karabatsis deflects it back towards net without any vigor. And quickly Hansen's going to rally off the boards but can't get it out. Petto in the corner. He loses an edge. And in fact, it was a forced loss of the edge, tripping the call.
Yep.
So Fenwick to head to the power play.
You know, what's interesting to me is I was right here in the corner where that tripping call took place, and the referee here on the near side of the ice did not call it. It was the trailing referee who was on the opposite side of the center ice red line.
Yeah, it was the referee behind the play that saw it. A little bit of a tough angle maybe for that ref below the goal line. Sound like Taylor down there, Dylan, the way giving the refs crap here. That's usually Taylor's role.
It is, although I will say I believe it was the linesman down on the far side.
Was it?
I believe. Nonetheless, this is the first penalty of the day we've seen, and Marist is the third most penalized team in the Catholic League.
Key for them certainly staying off of it. Yeah. This is dangerous with Stedman, Fask, and Chioda. Really good talent here on the top line for Fenwick. Stedman tries to center the pass, but a good stick from Cleary. Doesn't let it get through. Minute 35 left on the power play. Back to Chioda. He centers. He looks, finds Stedman, top circle. Stedman's going to shoot just over the crossbar. And the speed from that shot whips it around the boards.
We have the pleasure of being right behind the Fenwick staff. And Stedman has an absolute cannon, but when he fired that up and over the crossbar, a few of the Fenwick coaches turned and looked at each other like, "Ugh, hit the net."
May have been a couple of other words mixed in there, Taylor.
Perhaps.
McFadden checked. Is he able to make a play? Now Corvo makes a nice move around one. Backhanded shot. One save. A follow-up save. McWilliams keeps it out. Minute remaining on the power play. Near side half boards McFadden. McFadden Back up top, Karabatsis. Karabatsis was going towards center of the ice, so a little bit of miscommunication there. Back in the neutral zone to take it.
That was a nice job by the goaltender for Marist, staying alert to make that second save. It's not easy when you have to make two in a matter of 2 seconds.
Another good stick by George Cleary allows them to clear the puck there and waste another 15 to 20 seconds of power penalty kill time. Sena gets the puck at the blue line. He'll enter the zone, take a check. He'll drop. Karabatsis pass. Now a shot from Carter Fask behind the goal. Fask still battling to get that puck back. 13 minutes left in the period. He does. He's got Karzak up top. Now side of the net. Owen Fask. Point blank chance from Carter. And that's saved by McWilliams as he pins his leg against the far post.
Dylan, you talked about it, but back-to-back really nice saves from McWilliam on a flurry in front of his own net, keeping the puck out. We talked about McWilliams earlier in the broadcast. The numbers are not great, but they're not reflective of how he is. He can keep this team in games, and it could be 2-3, 4-0 already. Fenwick, McWilliams having himself a really solid game between the pipes for Marist.
Yeah, he's really been described as the rock of this team, right? In net, you expect your goalie to be that. Isn't always the case. Sometimes can be talented. Maybe not the rock that coaches look for. That's not McWilliams. McWilliams is the guy keeps this team together when you talk to Mark Banzi. And that's crucial to have that net. That can cover up for some ills at times if you're Marist. On the corner, Marist trying to get something started back to full strength are the Red Hawks, as Fenwick's unsuccessful in their first power play opportunity. In the corner, battle for it. McQuaid trying to dig it out. There for Fenwick is Aiden Evans, and finally steered out by the Friars, skating wide. There's Anthony Ballesteri, but he can't handle the puck. Pinkowski gets it, backhanded shot, and a glove save by McWilliams. 12:01 left here in the second period. 1-0 Fenwick. Really controlling play so far here in the second period, including that power play. I don't think we've seen a Marist shot on net yet. On the white sweater to our left, that's Santino Ori, who, if the box score tonight looks a little bit funny, that 2 goalies played. Well, it's not an injury, it's not a suspension, it's not a pulled goalie, it was an equipment malfunction. Santino Ori had to take about a 3-minute seat on the bench, and Max Paniccio came in, but Santino Ori is back out there for the Friars.
After a frustrating shift there, Fenwick captain Sam Chioda came back to the bench. Some colorful language, but the message, get your bodies to the front of the net. Challenge this goaltender. We see how aggressive he is. McWilliams will come out and challenge the shooter. That leaves rebounds open. Get the pucks on net, get your bodies to the net.
Now pinching and making sure he covers up for that aggressiveness was Matt Hansen with a big check at the blue line, or else Fenwick would have been off 2-on-1. Now Polovina trying to stir the puck free. Instead, Fenwick able to fire it down, and McWilliams stops it. And collecting it is Ulwait. Another big check in the corner. It's going to be a penalty against Fenwick as McWilliams comes charging to his bench instead. That's going to be an icing for Marist. So not able to take advantage of the delayed penalty, but they're going to get 2 minutes on the power play to try to find a goal.
Yeah, what's interesting, guys, is we were talking about it a little bit, how Marist is, that Marist is one of the most penalized teams in this league.
Third most, yeah.
Yeah, Fenwick is the 9th most in this league of 11 teams. So they don't take a lot of penalties, but now each team's got one.
So what just happened there, McFadden to the box for a charge. McFadden, we saw him get drilled at his own blue line by McQuaid. McFadden, the leading penalty minute getter on this Fenwick team, undoubtedly upset. He skated all the way back down, and the moment McQuaid had the puck back on his stick, he returned the favor, and the referees watched him all the way down the ice, and so they nail him for a charge. McFadden to the box for 2 minutes.
So away comes Marist here, trying to get something started on the power play, and missing completely was Cleary. Trying to carry the puck in, not able to, was Nathan Wilczak. With 10:18 left here in the second, minute 20 on the power play. McWilliams a little bit trouble handling the puck on his own goal line. Fenwick looking to waste some time here on the penalty kill. Buckley gets the puck, He's going to retreat all the way back in his own zone and waste some time.
I think it was Corvo that started that, but that's such smart hockey. Go backwards with it. You don't need to stay in the zone. You're down a man. Take it all the way back behind your own goal mouth if you need to.
Wasted another good 10 to 15 seconds there.
You know, guys, Fenwick actually has these tied for the least amount of shorthanded goals this season with 2. Marist also holds a spot in that tie, but they've been pressing really hard here on the penalty kill, almost more than I've ever seen a team while shorthanded.
Yeah, they certainly feel like they should have 1 or 2 more goals here. Don't feel comfortable at that 1-0. If they could steal one shorthanded, I think they're willing to. Also, certainly something, if you get an opportunity with live reps here, to work on, right? And there's going to be a time probably in those state playoffs when you're shorthanded down a goal and need one. Certainly going to work on that here tonight.
I'm not sure if there's a player in the state of Illinois I'd rather have as the lone forechecker down a man than Stedman, man. He's just an unbelievable two-way player, and he is fun to watch.
He really is, and we talked about it. If this Fenwick team can make a run, they've got a top line that can do it. They've got a goaltender that can keep them in it. Of course, once you play some of the state's top teams that can roll 2 or 3 lines, sometimes 4 lines pretty confidently.
The Loyolas, the New Triers, yeah.
And St. Ignatius is here in the Catholic League. We've seen them compete right toe-to-toe in a couple of tournaments now with Loyola. Both times have been a 1-goal game. I know that's a matchup we all look forward to come state playoff time, should have happened.
I mean, guys, seriously, that was one of the best PKs I've ever seen at the high school level by Fenwick right there. Marist did not have possession of the puck in their attacking zone for more than maybe 10 seconds total of that entire 2 minutes.
It was clinical by Fenwick. Always like to see that if you're Coach Chiappetta, who missed the last one of the games we had on Fenwick for the game of the week. Went back behind the bench. Good to catch up with him. This centering pass just past the stick of Chioda.
That was 2 inches from the stick of Chioda. I mean, just barely off target.
Now Fask plays this puck along, going to give Senna a chance. Comes right back onto the neutral zone. Spinning around the boards, finally getting it is Polavina. He'll try to get it out of the zone, and he will. Polavina has a man in Antonelli on the far side. Antonelli's going to head for a change. It'll be Polavina by himself. Point-blank chance. Oh. I believe that was off the top of the stick of Santino Ori and just over the crossbar.
That was a heavy shot, too.
Puck comes loose. Here's a shot. Ori hugging that near side post, and deflection comes back to the point in Ulwait. Below the goal line, Granat. And Fask is going to clear it. Senna's going to try to catch up with it, and not able to is Michael Ulwait. Collects in his own zone. He'll look up ice. Fenwick a little slow in that change. Marist not able to take advantage of it.
It's a very late change by Fenwick.
That second period, you got to be careful.
Yep.
You got the long change. You got to be absolutely sure you can get those bodies on the ice. Don't want to give an odd man opportunity off a slow change. Now sticked along by Curtin. Not able to get possession. Curtin gets it back. Goes rink wide to Ballestein. Ballestein centering to Curtin, but couldn't get a stick on it. And away with it comes Nathaniel Bustos. Bustos going to send this puck in deep. He's going to foul that dump and create a forecheck on his own. Try to get something started here for the Redhawks, who I guess are credited with 2 shots so far this period. One of them we saw just a moment ago, I believe, was off Santino Ori's stick, but not a whole lot going offensively for the Redhawks, but in this game at 1-0. Karzak skates around 2 Marist defensemen. Stedman just on the ice, gets his stick in position, tries to go around a man. And Nathaniel Wilczak can't. Here's a centering pass. Another backhanded stuff opportunity swiped away by McWilliams. 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Now cross ice. Not able to get a lot on it was Karabatsis, I should say. And this puck going to come all the way back towards Santino Ori.
Kurchek with a nice cross-ring pass. He had Karabatsos on the back door. The Alex Ovechkin sweet spot. Good heads-up hockey there.
Good centering pass from Dougherty there, but no one from Marist could find the puck. Now extended 3-on-2, but an active stick from Alex Huntley. Stopped that opportunity for Fenwick. Stedman Now enters the zone as a man coming up the slot. Shoots off the post and deflects into the corner. Fenwick really controlling a lot of play here, but still stuck only on one goal. On with it comes Wilczak. And entering the zone too early is, looked like Dougherty got in the zone just a touch too soon. .5:15 left here in the second period. 1-0 Fenwick leads. The only goal coming in the first period, about the 10-minute mark. It was Owen Fask and his 6th goal of the CCHL campaign.
Shots 20-8 favoring Fenwick, but it hasn't felt terribly lopsided. One team.
Here's a chance for Marist. A shot. Big save by Ori as right off the faceoff draw. Dougherty had a chance. Sorry, Taylor, continue.
No, I was going to say one penalty per each team. We've had a number of good scoring opportunities both way. Fenwick has a little bit more talent, so we've seen the ice tilted a few shifts here and there, but a really even game so far.
Fenwick looking to create some distance. McFadden goes around one defenseman. He's got a 3-on-1 centering opportunity, but a sprawling stop. A follow-up shot. Another save by McWilliams, still loose. Now comes out top of the circle. A shot knocked down in front. So 2 or 3 more shots there from Fenwick, but nothing could go. It was the sprawl of Nathan Wilczak that kept that game, or I should say this game, at 1-0. Now McFadden skates. He'll throw the puck wide, try to go around Matthew Hansen. But a good play by Hansen stops the play there. He wanted a slash as he's missing a glove. And I think he's going to get it. And a little bit of a delayed call. And he had lost a glove and he immediately went to the referee saying he got slashed.
Interference.
Yeah, guys, one of the Fenwick skaters couldn't get the jersey number for you guys, but the glove was pinned in between his arm and his chest, and it was being held there for a while until eventually he just pulled his arm out and said, forget the glove. But yeah, I think you're right about the penalty.
McFadden, my boy. 15 points on the season, team leader. Penalty minutes 38 coming in tonight. This is his 2nd penalty, so add 4, bringing that beautiful tally up to 42. You hope if you're a Fenwick faithful, it doesn't get you in hot water or let Marist equalize. Nonetheless, a fiery player, McFadden.
So Marist, last power play opportunity, not much. Here's a shot, deflected, scores! A shot from the point by Matthew Hansen. Got deflected on the way to net. Couldn't tell by who, but it doesn't matter. It's 1-1.
And there it is. The deflection in front flutters over the blocker of Santino Ori. McFadden leaves the penalty box very much displeased. Teammates calming him down a little bit on the far side of the Fenwick bench. But that, we literally just got finished saying it. You can't let that be what lets Marist equalize, and they do just that.
Didn't take the Redhawks too long on that power play. How about this? Just their 4th man advantage marker of this season. And how big is that to tie it up after the first power play they had?
It's been a tough go of it from Marist, but a late season win against Fenwick I think would do wonders for the way this team feels here in the CCHL, as Carter Fask is just going to take the puck out of the zone and reset for the Friars. Petto with a nice pass, but Fask couldn't catch up with it. Here's Owen Fask. He'll shoot, pad save, follow-up chance by his brother Carter, but also a pad save from
It's exactly what you need there, too. Fask to Fask. Shot. McWilliams comes out and challenges the shooter, lets up a rebound.
Now here's a point-blank chance. Not able to get a shot up, fouls it up, scores! James Hollowell up from his defensive position, and Marist gets 2 goals in about 40 seconds and takes a 2-1 lead.
Santino Ori comes out of his net, makes the first save, a good save, but the puck trickles to the far side. 2 defenders collide. Marist, the recipient of a fortunate bounce. I wasn't able to get the numbers there for Marist, but he bangs it home far side. Wow, 2 goals in 28 seconds, and Marist has jumped ahead.
So just like that, the Redhawks, looking for just their 3rd CCHL game win of the season, take a 2-1 lead here late in the second period.
Momentum's a big thing in this game, guys. 2 goals in less than 30 seconds by this team has really got them fired up.
Now we'll see the response here from Fenwick as that puck just passed the stick of Cam Corvo and cleared as Karzik couldn't keep it in. Now Marist, you could tell, a little pep in the step of the Red Hawks. Here's Ryan Ulwait. He'll enter the zone. Ulwait centering pass, another backhanded chance, and Ori falls his glove on it to keep it a 1-goal deficit for the Friars.
Dylan, you mentioned momentum there. You can feel the ice tilt a little bit. Marist getting a little extra boost of energy there after 2 quick goals. We're under the 3-minute mark in the second. Both teams will get to retreat to their locker room soon. Marist, if you're Marist, you get another goal here and go into the locker room up by 2 goals. Oh my goodness.
And with a guy like McWilliams in net who's been so solid, here's another shot from Dougherty. Deflect on its way net, centering pass again. Stuff attempt. Marist here in the last 2 minutes or so getting some really high quality chances right out in front. If you're Fenwick, you've got to clean up in front of your own net right now.
I think that including the 2 goals that they scored, they've had about 7 shots on goal in the last maybe 1 to 2 minutes of playing time, and it's been all Marist with puck possession, offensive zone time, and the scoring opportunities. I think it's only a matter of time before they get a third.
I think you're right on. The way they're putting pressure on right now, wouldn't have thought you'd say this at the start of the period, but Fenwick just trying to get out of this period down a goal. Another good job keeping the puck in the zone again by Matt Hansen, who's having a great period. Another shot, good save by Santino Ori. Karabatsis is going to let Chioda take the puck up. Now Curtin gets it on to Karabatsis. This blockered into the corner again, Taylor. See the way McWilliams smoothly blocks that puck into the corner. Really good puck control from 32 in net for Marist.
He doesn't leave much up to chance. He gets it into the corner and away.
Oh, he's had no bad rebounds drilled into his head a lot. There's no question about that. Now turned off the puck was Karzik. He wanted a hook, not going to get one. As this puck comes up into the netting with 1:34 left here in the second period. Just noticed Billy Buckley's left the bench. He has to head back to the locker room here. Just 1:34 before ice clearing. Walking fine. Wonder if he's got an equipment problem.
Yeah, you beat me to it, Max. You walked right behind me, and now you see him, in the far corner down here on the near side as he goes into his locker room.
So we'll see if he comes back. Important contributor for this Fenwick side on defense. Pass in the corner, pries it loose. Corvo's shot into the chest of McWilliams with 1:20 left here in the period.
Quickest chest in the league right there, belonging to Marist McWilliams.
And sometimes you wonder, Taylor, you watch a team, you come in, you look at the record, you gotta think that there's big problems in net, but so far I've been pretty impressed with the way McWilliams has played tonight.
Guys, here with only 1 minute and 20 seconds left of this period, for both teams, they're in a bit of an unfamiliar status. Marist has only been ahead after 2 twice. Those were both their wins. Fenwick 7 times, 0-7 when that happens for the Friars.
Wow. So, spell and disaster if you're a Friar, and if you're a Red Hawk, you feel good about where you are. A third one would make you feel even better. Is that the third one coming here? Following the play is Antonio Antonelli. He's going to play it in deep. Marist going to get a couple of changes. You'll wait back at the blue line. Instead it comes to Hollowell. Howell has the puck taken off his stick, and Marist will come back with some speed. McFadden chips it through center ice. And instead it's going to be Polavina, takes it from Marist. On to Antonelli in the corner. Karzik loses him. He's going to trip Antonelli. We're going to get a penalty looking around. Don't see an arm go up. That should have been a tripping. Marist able to get the puck back.
Fenwick defensive coach getting after his guys, yelling about breakouts. Get the puck out of the zone.
Now Polavina again trying to wind up for a shot. As Antonelli was knocked down to the ice. Marist still can't get the puck on net, but conversely, the Friars can't get the puck out of the zone.
Right.
Cleary with a nice move behind the net. Has a man. Here's a shot. High slot shot and blocked out in front right at the buzzer.
Wow.
Wouldn't have counted if it
Saved
went.
by the bell, though. My goodness, a flurry right at the end there.
End of the period kind of stuck up on me as well. So after 2 periods, a 2-1 lead by Marist. Too late. Second period goals about 30 seconds apart are the difference so far and ice clearing. But Taylor, what a response from Marist there the last 6 minutes of the period.
Absolutely, and you love to see it if you're a Marist faithful, right? Tip the ice towards the end of the second, head in the locker room with some momentum. We saw 2 goals in 28 seconds of play. Not only the equalizer, but the go-ahead. Marist taking it to the Friars late in the second.
So we're going to take a timeout, let the ice clean, come back with third period action in just a couple of minutes right here.
Wait a second, Max. I got to have this interview
Oh, that's
first.
right, because we didn't get before the game.
After the second, hey, good looking out,
That's
Dylan.
right. We didn't get it done before the game. Thank you for catching me on that. We're going to send it down to Dylan Ward, who's standing by with Fenwick head coach Nick Chiappetta.
Thanks, guys. Coach, a couple of questions for you. First of all, I want to talk about your first penalty kill. I said it on air. That was one of the best penalty kills I've seen at the high school level so far. Is that something you practice? I mean, they barely had any offensive zone time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we send that first forechecker, pressure hard. Most D will cough it up on you if you push them in behind the net and everything. And, in this league, anything can happen. So the more pressure you apply, the defense freak out. It works out a lot of the times. So we like to see it.
All right, 2 goals by the Red Hawks in under 30 seconds. They now have the lead, but one interesting note on your team is you've gone 5 straight games with a third period goal. What do you think contributes to that late success?
They're completely outplaying us all night in every aspect of the game tonight, besides maybe shots, right? But we got to come out in a third period as a different team. Otherwise, don't expect us to win.
All right, good luck in the third. Thank you.
Clearly an unhappy Nick Chiappetta. Can't imagine that's going to be a pleasant locker room discussion. And here for the Fenwick Friars is clearly not playing up to their potential.
Quote unquote, they are completely outplaying us so far tonight, end quote.
Yeah, so about says it all, the way Marist has come out tonight, or maybe the way Fenwick hasn't. So we'll see what happens here coming in the third period. 2-1 Fenwick leads. We're going to step aside, let the ice clean, and come back with third period action in just a couple of minutes right here on your home for CCHL Hockey YouTube Live. So back live here at Willowbrook Ice Arena. We've got a bit of a technical delay here just to fill you in. This break's going to be a little bit longer than normal here on the CCHL network. Fenwick and Marist is our game. Marist surprising up 2-1 after 2 periods, the underdog Redhawks. But we have a technical delay, some Zamboni issues. Looks like we have to wait a couple more minutes. I think it was the astute observation of Taylor Ramelt that noticed no water in the Zamboni. No way to clean the ice that way, so just wanted to update you. It's going to be a few extra minutes here on the period break between second and third period, and we'll have third period action for you here in just a few minutes. So that's why the delay is going to be a little bit longer than normal, and we'll have live game action for you here in just a few minutes. But going to sign back off until we get a little bit closer to airtime. Welcome back live to Willowbrook Ice Arena for the CCHL Game of the Week right here on YouTube Live. 2-1, Marist leads after 2 periods. There was a flurry in the last 6 minutes that saw the Redhawks play some of their best hockey of the season. For more on that second period effort, we're going to send it down to Dylan Ward, who's standing by with Marist head coach Mark Banzi.
Thanks, guys. Coach, a big 2 goals in less than a 30-second span by your team to put you guys ahead going into the third. Momentum is so huge in hockey. You guys look like a totally different team after that. What contributed most?
I just think that right now we're running 3 lines. They're running strong. We're actually committing to play defense. We're actually committing on the forecheck. We got 2 quick ones that did steal some momentum, but we got a long way to go here in front of us. And knowing Fenwick, they're going to come out ready for this, take on this challenge.
Yeah, you said it, 17 minutes still to play. There's a reason you play all 3 periods. You guys holding on to that 1 goal lead. So what's the most important key to closing this game out and getting a win?
Right now it's defense. Defense wins hockey. But because this is not going to end a 2-1 game. Guaranteed it's not going to be the final score. So we got to commit to totally playing D in our zone and getting pucks out.
All right, thanks so much for a couple of minutes. Good luck in the third.
So Mark Banzi is clearly happy with his team's performance in the second period. As a coach, you talk all season, you stress certain points, certain attitudes you want your team to have. You don't always get it, but when you do, you make sure you let your team know. And that last 6 minutes, among the best hockey I think Marist has probably played all season.
Yep, absolutely, and he used a great word there, and that was committed. He said his team was finally committed to playing 3 lines, committed to playing defense, committed to the forecheck. The team's buying in. They're gelling right now. They played a fantastic second period. I agree with him. I don't think this one ends 2-1. It's just determined upon who scores first here in the third. I think that will be a huge, huge, huge change of pace for either team.
Meanwhile, on the flip side, Taylor, for Fenwick, we've seen this Fenwick team a couple times. It's about as least enthusiastic in front of their opposing goaltenders I've seen them. They're not going hard to the net. They're not getting traffic in front. Things are going to change for Fenwick. It's got to start in front of the opposing goaltender.
No, absolutely, and I think we had a age-old example of being a little bit overly confident going into a game where a team is ranked quite a bit lower than you or doesn't have as many wins. This Marist team, they can play. This Marist goaltender, he can play too. He's been fantastic tonight. We've seen some frustration on the bench from the players addressing each other, especially Sam Chioda, the Fenwick captain, telling his guys, get to the net, get shots on, let's go, let's go.
Now, the last 2 times these 2 teams played, we talked about Fenwick winning 7-3, but it was a 2-1 game in favor of Fenwick with about 5 minutes to go in the second period before Fenwick scored 3 unanswered goals. So this Fenwick team can do it in a hurry.
Oh, absolutely.
A little bit different situation here with Marist leading going into this third period. But nonetheless, Marist has been in the game against Fenwick both times now. Can they finish it? Marist team that's had a tough season, but this certainly would put a pretty good feeling for the Redhawks here towards the end of the season.
We got a little bit of a line matchups too. Fask off the top, McFadden up 2 from 2-1. Stedman will take the draw. Buckley and Chioda out as the defenseman. And they got Marist's top line too. I'm excited.
So Marist wins the opening draw as Chioda slaps it back towards the neutral zone, and Corvo going to send it in deep. McWilliams settles it there as Mulewait tries to wrap it around, but kept in at the point by Chioda. And along the half board's able to force it out. Corvo's going to have to reset. He enters the zone. McFadden behind the net. McWilliams glares at him the entire way. Side of the net. McWilliams just going to drop the glove on it. You see him helping the linesman say, hey, I've got the puck. Blow the whistle.
Didn't take long, guys, for Fenwick to get going here in the third period. Right off the bat, they're trying to throw as many pucks to the net as they can. Not a lot of pretty-looking shots, but some tough angle ones just to get the puck on target.
And Taylor, to Dylan's point, it's exactly what we talked about off the top. Got to get to the front of the net. Got to make more of a mess in front of the net of McWilliams.
Yeah, you absolutely do. I mean, we've talked about it. He's an aggressive goalie. He comes out of his net, he challenges the shot. So place shots where you're going to get rebounds, where you can get a guy sitting back door to bang home the dirty stuff.
Now here's a shot deflected over the crossbar. Comes back to Buckley at the point. He's back in the game. His shot deflected. Pad save from McWilliams. And it was McFadden in front who had the deflection. Just couldn't get it by the right pad of Lucas McWilliams. Now a collision of bodies. Fenwick's going to bring it back the other way. Stedman skates wide. Buckley coming up the slot. Chips it in front. Goes behind Buckley in the corner, pinching. Senna back at the point, protecting his blue line. He's going to jump up. Here's a shot well wide. Taking the puck far side, Antonelli. He's going to try to force it out. Wilczak trying to help him there. Instead, coming away with it is Stedman. Stedman goes around one. He turns towards goal. Stedman stopped there. Now Buckley. He looks, shoots. Good stick from Hollowell. Didn't let the shot get in on his goaltender. Now behind the net is Owen Fask. Fask will drop the puck. Senna there in the corner. He's going to whip it around. Buckley's going to have to come down from his defensive spot along the near side half boards. Fask is going to replace him at the blue line. He's going to keep it in, but finally able to clear, and Marist is going to take an icing on what was a strong shift there for the Fenwick Friars, looking for a game-tying goal with 15:11 to go in the third.
I don't mind that play by Marist. Those 5 guys had been out on the ice for a while Fenwick was pressing, and of course you're allowed to change after icing the puck here at the high school level. So get a fresh set of legs on there and keep defending your zone.
15:11 to go. Marist is going to win another draw. So a good start in the face-off dot here in the third period for the Red Hawks. Big check from Karzik. As James McQuaid enter the zone, centering past nobody there for Marist. Yulwade able to keep it in. He's just going to toss it into the corner, give Cleary a chance. Cleary able to play on to Dougherty. Backhanded pass back to Cleary. It's about the third or fourth time we've seen a sharp backhanded pass from Dougherty. Very confident in that backhand. Now goes around one man, shoots, and just fought off by Santino Ori up into the netting. But having some space and shooting there was Dougherty, and very nearly led to the third goal for Marist.
A little bit of housekeeping here, gentlemen, but in case you were curious, Marist's next in-conference game is this Saturday. They take on Rita. Rita's team has been pretty darn dominant. Fenwick plays Thursday at Mount Carmel. They play tomorrow at Lyons Township. Obviously, that's out of conference. Lyons Township also a home rink set up in this exact building, too.
Yeah, we saw them on the practice rink here just before we set up for this broadcast. You'd assume some scouting may have gone on.
I believe that was the JV team.
Ah.
I could be mistaken. There were some very, very small young men.
Here's a backhanded pass from Dougherty, but deflected by Brooks on its way towards goal. Chioda a little bit too loose with the puck. Can't keep the puck going in transition.
He had no idea he had a man behind him. That's a cross-check. Holy cow.
And Pinkowski got hit hard, and you're right, Taylor, right in front of us.
Wow.
No call. Here's Brooks. He's going to fire the puck in deep. McWilliams sees it go behind him. And Max Sambong plays it for Marist.
So Dougherty was caught, or almost caught Buckley back cherry picking. He does it again. You see number 4 from Marist. Matt Dougherty just circling the neutral zone behind the Fenwick defenders. They didn't know he was there for a minute. Cherry picking. That's an aggressive call there. I know they're up 1, but it's only 1. And there's a ton of talent on this Fenwick team. If you get caught cherry picking out of position and out of the zone, that might be dangerous.
Now a chance out in front. Kept out by McWilliams. Chioda has to come all the way 200 feet back to collect the puck for Fenwick with 13:38 to go here in the third. Buckley in the corner. Now Chioda. He'll go rink wide, played along by Corvo, but that's going to be no icing. Not sure why that was waved. Looked like pre-textbook icing, but we'll play on. McWilliams gambles in his net and gets away with it as McFadden had a chance from a sharp angle. Puck comes out in front, again swept away. McFadden fires a shot. This juicy rebound comes to Stedman, turns, shoots, just misses the net. Couple of prime opportunities there for the Friars. McFadden curls off the half boards, his shot wide of the net. Following it up, Chioda. Chioda drops behind in Stedman. Stedman uses his stick to kick it to his skate to kick it to his stick. Now has a man cutting towards the slot. Instead goes back down below McFadden. Puck loose, top of the slot. And swiped away by Bustos for Marist and able to clear the zone. There's a long shift for the Red Hawks. Slow shift change now. Corvos can't quite handle that pass as he enters the zone, or he had a lot of space to himself. Marist going to try to chip it out into the neutral zone. Big hit is Owen Fask. And a man behind the play. That's Nathan Wilczek getting into it. A little bit surprised he didn't get a penalty there.
Yep, that looked to be pretty textbook interference. The puck wasn't there.
So I think pretty two clear and obvious penalties we haven't had here at the start of the period. I think the optimistic view would be they're letting him play. And comes Carter Fask. He tries to get a backhanded shot, but Ulwait cuts off his angle and sends him sliding into the boards. Now Carter Fask. He'll drop it to his brother Owen, but stepping in front of it is Ulwait, and he'll clear the zone. And that's going to be offsides, just a touch ahead of the zone.
Fenwick attacking in droves to start the third here. A couple good saves by McWilliams. Some operation down low, far in Marist territory. We've seen a lot of the top two lines from Fenwick. They've made some adjustments on the line fast. Down to number 2, spreading some of the speed and talent on their top two lines, and they're rolling them.
11:51 left here in the third period. 2-1, Marist leads. Ulwait will take the puck, chips it off the boards, and just misses the stick of Karzik. Fortunate for Karzik, because that's going to be an icing. An offensive zone draw to come for the Friars. The lone goal for the Friars coming about 6 minutes into the game. There's Owen Fask, who got the feed from Stedman, but 2 late second period goals from Marist on the 3 and 2 minute marks of that second period. Give Marist the 2-1 lead here with 11:40 to go. Buckley keeps the puck at the half boards. He's checked right away by Doherty. Here's Stedman with some space. Skates right, shoots left. Good pad save by McWilliams. Stedman cross ice. Here's Corvo. Shoots and a save. Might have been deflected by a defenseman in front. Trying to get it back to Buckley. Instead, it's Doherty that steps in the way of it and clears it for Marist. Instead, here's a 2-on-0. McFadden and Corvo. McFadden shoots. Saved by McWilliams. Didn't have quite the passing angle there as McFadden had to shoot. Here's Corvo, rink wide to Chioda. Had a man back door, and Taylor, that was the play that you talked about earlier. We'll come back to that. Here's Stedman with a shot. Huge save, McWilliams to keep it 2-1.
Wow.
Gonna draw a penalty.
Series of events.
So Taylor, I asked you the question about a half hour ago. What's Fenwick going to look to do with McWilliams being so aggressive? We saw it from Corvo to McFadden there. Yep. Just missed his stick.
Backdoor, yeah, backdoor. Get him to commit to a shooter and find a man open on the backside.
And how about the path to the net as well? Just absolutely undressed the Red Hawk defense and got a great shot off.
And McFadden, that glove save. My goodness, man, is he keeping his team in this game? He's been fantastic tonight.
He's been fun to watch.
Yeah, he has been.
He's been as described by Mark Banzi. That rock and net for this team.
He started every game this season but one for the Red Hawks.
And you can see why. Up top, here's Karzik. A shot, now loose, right in front of the crease. Trying to whack at it are the Friars, and McWilliams sprawling to drop his glove on it. Make sure it stays out of the net with 10:38 to go. Minute 42 to go on the Fenwick power play. Kind of glassed over that. It's Matthew Hansen that was guilty of the 2-minute infraction.
So, Matt Hansen leads the Chicago Catholic Hockey League in penalty minutes.
The Taylor Ramelt player of the year.
I may or may not have led the Metro North back in the day one season. Nonetheless, I was wondering if we were going to see him in the box tonight.
And here he is. Now that lack of concentration there from Chioda. He was looking up for his next play, and he missed that pass, and it's got to go all the way back in his own zone and lose about 20 seconds here on the power play. Minute 15 to go on that man advantage, 10-11 in the game. Skating wide as Stedman goes all the way around the net, back up top to Chioda. Chioda skates, looks for a crease. He's finally going to shoot. Pad save by McWilliams, saw it the entire way. Marist can't clear as Corvo gets it back, drops it to Chioda. Chioda, rink wide, Stedman. He plays on to Corvo. Back along the far side half boards of Stedman. Now back up top. Finding Curtin above circle. Now Stedman top of the opposite circle. Good cycle here from Fenwick, but not much going towards net. And Marist is going to clear with 38 to go on the power play.
There are only 3 players in the state with penalty minutes above 42. And our friend Mr. Doherty, or Mr. Hansen has 70.
That's the stats you get here on the CCHL network. Fask with a good move around one defenseman. Goes behind the net. Now point blank chance. Fought off save. Backdoor chance. Senna was just a step slow. Here's a shot from Karzik. He pads it into the corner. Does McWilliams. Well, Fask back to the point. Karabatsis has Karzik near side. Karzik shoots. Scores! It felt inedible. And Joey Karzik finds his first CCHL goal of the season and ties it up for the Friars.
So he walked about 8 feet inside the blue line, thought about passing, ripped a shot. There was nothing in front of him. He had a clear lane at the goal and fires one home above the blocker of Marist McWilliams, whose defenders are coming over and giving him a smack on the shin pads. Keep your head up. You've kept us in the game all night. But Marist heads to the face-off dot, looking a little somber.
Just to give you an idea, keeping him in the game to the tune of 34 saves on 36 shots here tonight for McWilliams.
Max, you said it before I could. That was a great power play by the Friars. So much puck movement. They really had possession the whole time. And yeah, just like you said, only a matter of time before it pays off, and it did.
And from the puck movement perspective for Fenwick, it was almost too much there. We saw right before that goal, the puck get cleared after a good 40 seconds of cycle work. They just didn't get anything towards net. That time, the movement paid off, got the opening they needed, and when you give a guy like Karzik, who's really a good skilled player, doesn't make the score sheet a lot, but a pretty good player, you give him that much space, about 40 feet from the goal, more times than not, they're going to score.
Well, we've talked about it too. I mean, there's plenty of merit behind working the perimeter on a power play, but you have the talent to get the puck in front of the net. If you're Fenwick, do it.
That's the idea. That's what they're going to go with here, especially with 8 minutes to go here in the third period. It's got to be the recipe for success. Now this pass misses the stick of Buckley. Cleary trying to beat him down the ice. Cleary's able to. Side of the net shot. Backhanded follow-up. Just wide from Antonelli. Stedman with some speed. He's going to go around one. Marist. He gets held up right at the blue line. That's got to be interference. He ran over the linesman too. It looked like Antonelli just grabbed Stedman as he went by him. Somehow we don't get any penalty.
No, and the linesman...
And there's a trip. Are we going to get a call there? We're not. Now backhanded chance. No score. That looked like a textbook trip on Corvo.
They're letting him play. The linesman doing his best impression of a wall, preventing Fenwick from getting into the zone there. Stedman had some speed.
The collision really happened, though, because it was Antonelli that dragged down Stedman after he'd beat him. And that's why I really thought we were going to see a penalty there, because was there a collision with the linesman? Yes, but it was really because Antonelli kind of dragged him into the linesman. We're really letting them play here, Taylor, here in the third period. Had 3 or 4 look pretty obvious penalties to me and you.
We've had a couple like right in front of us that, you know, I, who am certainly a proponent of sticking your whistle in your pocket and letting them play. There's been a couple that even I would have had them sit down and spend some time in the box. So
face-off draw to the right of Santino Ori, won by Marist. Antonelli trying to dig it out of the corner. James Hollowell just misses it. He's going to try to keep it in. Instead, Senna forces it out. The Fask brothers exchange the puck and eventually comes back to Chioda. Now Buckley off the boards. He just kind of turns it over. Fask right, pressuring him right away. Chioda will so go off the boards, trying to get it to Owen Fask. Fortunate bounce comes to Senna, but an alert play by Matthew Hansen cuts off the angle.
Yeah, it's a great job of getting back and protecting your netminder by Matt Hansen. He would have been in all alone, and Fask is dangerous too. So
now Fask wants the puck from his brother, can't get it. Instead, it's Carter in the corner. Here's Owen Fask. He'll drop it in behind to Pinkowski. He's ridden off the puck by Wilczek. And eventually coming away with it, Hollowell.
Guys, I don't know how much of a difference it makes, but just kind of something funny I noticed. That puck has a little piece of rubber string hanging from it, so it's a little bit broken as it slides its way across the ice.
Might take a little funny movement in the air, a little bit more resistance. Like if you ever think about a baseball, the more the seams come loose, the more wind resistance creates some weird movement on the ball. You can imagine maybe something similar with a puck.
I'd be interested to see it It has to be some sort of contaminant picked up on the ice surface. I mean, that is hard rubber. It's hard shell rubber. There's nothing. There's no internals in that puck. There's no stringy. There's nothing in there.
If you didn't think you were coming for a chemistry lesson here on the CCHL Game of the Week, contaminant has officially been used here on the network.
I think it's safe to say it's the first time that word has been used.
Absolutely.
Well, you're welcome, guys. That's why you pay me the big bucks.
Yeah, you're probably right, though, because as the puck came across here, right after I said that, I did not see the rubber string hanging from it, so it must have just caught something.
My guess is a piece of a skate lace.
5:10 remaining in the third period. Tie game we have here as Marist looking to pull an upset against this Fenwick team, who's firmly in the CCHL playoffs, currently sit at 7th in the standings. If the season ended today, I believe they would take on Bennett in the first round of the Kennedy Cup playoffs.
You're exactly right. And I ran the numbers a little bit, guys, using some skills from my elementary statistics class I took a few semesters ago. There are top three most likely first-round opponents in order are Bennett, Carmel Catholic, and Providence Catholic.
And so first we get our first chemistry lesson here as this chance right out in front.
Now we get math.
And we're also going to get a statistics lesson here on the CCHL network. So
reading, writing, and arithmetic.
You can't say this isn't an educational channel, Jimmy.
You're welcome, everybody watching. You're welcome.
I know when Jimmy sets up the stream, he's got the option to call this an educational stream. I think that now qualifies as this play just a touch offside.
Jimmy, get that changed. We only have 4:30 left in regulation.
37-17 shot advantage for Fenwick. Certainly doesn't feel that way. Fenwick's had certainly more of the quality chances. But I don't know that it felt like Fenwick's outplayed this Marist team 2-1 to this point. Certainly not in that second period. A good stick from Howell's going to turn the puck over off of Buckley. He loses it as Carter Fask back checks, frees the puck. It was Sambong who gambled a little bit. Got support from his teammates. Now Antonelli and Hollowell finally comes free to Chioda. Chioda comes through the center of the ice with it, gets it to Owen Fask with some speed. Fask is going to skate wide right. He goes around one man. He's going to shoot. Good stick from Max Sambong. Didn't let the shot get in on his netminder. Now comes to Buckley. He's going to shoot. Stick knocks it down. And Antonelli is going to be able to clear it. And smartly plays that so he doesn't get an icing call as that puck very nearly pops over the stick of Santino Ori.
Yeah, you could see him do a double take there for a minute just to make sure that it didn't squeak under him, but just a false alarm.
We are 3 seconds off from the ability to use Eddie Olczak's tree left in the turd. If you're a Blackhawks fan, 3:30 left in the third. Dare we use the O word, gentlemen?
We're headed that direction.
What might that be?
Oh my goodness.
Now it's chance for McFadden. Cross ice scores! And Cam Corvo, just as Taylor started to tease the idea of overtime, it's Cam Corvo that finds the go-ahead goal with 3:21 remaining in the third.
And when the Red Hawks fans and players watch this broadcast back, they are going to be very upset with the broadcaster's curse right there, Taylor.
Well, the name is Anderson Max. I'm staying at the Holiday Inn, room 107.
By the way, guys, Corvo now has a 2-point game. Again, I mentioned it earlier. He extended a point streak to 9 in a row, including this game. Now has 16 points in those last 9 games. Unbelievable.
And against this team last time, he had 2 goals. It was Corvo, Karabatsis, and Stedman who all had 2 goals apiece in this matchup a couple of months ago. A very different game here tonight. Now Marist with 3 minutes left, chasing. They were chasing earlier in the game, a little bit different. Backdoor chances. McWilliams able to keep it out. Trying to get the puck out. Eventually it comes to Wilczak. And he'll skate with some speed up the left side. Wolchak loses it as he enters the zone, and Ori's just going to drop his glove on it and stop play.
Now, guys, I talk about this a couple times in my broadcast here on this network and others, but if you are a coach here at the high school level, about when do you pull your goalie if you're down by 1? Just want your opinion.
I'd go now.
Yeah.
As long as the draw's not in my defensive zone, I'd take him now.
I would say
at this level.
I would say take it about now. I've also just you're around the rink enough, you hear enough ideas. I think there's a case to be made in high school hockey at times for it to be even sooner than I think the top levels of hockey.
Seems like a lot of coaches at this level wait until a little later than you see in the national.
I agree with you, Dylan. I'm a little bit surprised at times how long coaches at the high school level wait to pull their goaltender. Feels like at this level, even more impact of having an extra skater. As this pass misses a stick, no icing. Ori back to play it. Pinching his Hansen to keep it in. You're going to see the defenseman get very aggressive. McWilliams still in his net. Now side of that stuff opportunity. Not able to get it to go home. It's a situation like that, Taylor, where you have 20 or 30 seconds of offensive zone time. You wonder if that would have been the time to take McWilliams out.
Candidly, I would have done it in the offensive zone draw if I'm Marist. I would have taken
We'll keep an eye on McWilliams starting to skate towards his bench, trying to see how his team sets up.
I mean, we have 90 seconds left. You're down 1. Why? Why is he still in? You're in the offensive zone. Get the 6th man out there.
Now Polavino.
Now they're going to take him. Now they're going to take him.
McWilliams finally heads towards net. Sixth skater on the ice.
I'm going to say 60 seconds too late.
I agree. I think with 1:15 to go, now a collision out in front. They're going to send both go, and that's a huge disadvantage.
And Sam Chioda, captain, is going to come over and throw another shot.
He should get a penalty too.
Yeah, he absolutely should. They may take him, put him in the box. They're going to be, well, they could be down 1. The linesman has Sam Chioda right now. Obviously, a linesman cannot call a minor penalty.
Well, any penalty that works out is going to make the last a minute 14 seconds very interesting, because whatever special team situation we end up with, we'll be here for the remainder of the regular.
So they just took Marist's 2 best defensive defensemen, defensive D-men, true shutdown guys that Fenwick is going to want on the ice, down a man with 1:14 left. Buckley and Chioda, your captain, those are the first 2 you want on the ice. Those 2 are in the box for Fenwick. It looks like we may have a second coincidental. So those 2 will close out the game. 1:14 left.
And Marist took their time out here. They want to settle things down and make a little plan here with 1:14 to go, Taylor.
It's Hansen, and I'm trying to.
That's Antonio Antonelli.
Antonelli, yeah. So I'm actually surprised. I thought it was going to be a power play for Marist. Buckley and Hansen, coincidentals for roughing each other in front of the net. No question about that one. But Chioda came in and gave him a shot after the whistle, and I thought that was going to get him sent to the box alone for another coincidental.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen.
I thought apparently not the case. Apparently we're getting 2 coincidentals.
I thought Marist would get a man advantage there.
Too,
I thought the play that Chioda made there at the end, completely unimpactful, but really a stupid play.
Yep.
Right after the play was over, it was a good 5 seconds after really the commotion had ended. It just came and really gave like a forearm or an elbow right to the head of one of the Marist players.
Completely unneeded, especially from your captain.
Up a goal with 1:14 to go.
Exactly. I mean, that is when you want him on the ice for you. And when he came in and did that, the Fenwick coaching staff was displeased, to say the least. And they got lucky here. I'll die on this hill. They got lucky here that they took a second Marist player to the box, too. So a little bit of relief from Fenwick. But this should have been a Marist power play.
6 attackers on the ice for Marist. Empty net down to our left for the Red Wings. And able to clear his Fenwick with 1:10 to go here in the third.
And there goes Stedman.
Stedman trying to catch up, see if he can get an empty net goal, but for now not able to. Here's Doherty. Gives way to McQuaid, who carries the puck in. 1 minute to go in the third. McQuaid goes around the net. He stops, turns around. Sharp angle chance. Here's Doherty following it up. Shoots. Big save, Santino Ori. They had 2 good chances there, and whacking away at the pads of Ori. The Fenwick bench did not like that.
No, but you swing until you hear a whistle.
Was a little bit of a late whistle. That's a good call, Taylor.
Yep.
52 seconds to go. A face-off draw to come to the right of Santino Ori. 3-2 Fenwick lead, and Fenwick entered this period down 2-1. You heard Mark Banzi say before the period 2-1 is not going to win this game, and he was dead on about that.
Nope.
Right now it's 3-2 looking like the winning margin unless his team can find something here in the last 46. Trying to clear it, not able to. Big windup, not able to get a lot on. Doherty to his forehand. His shot just a little bit wide.
There has to be somebody backdoor for Marist right now. Not in the slot, but backdoor. And there wasn't.
Now pinned against the boards, 30 seconds to go. Still tied against the boards, finally coming loose. Here's Cleary, tries to get across ice now, Doherty. He looks, he's gonna shoot. Bouncing towards net, and somehow Ori found the puck and kept it out with 22 to go.
Black 7-7 was exactly where he should be. James McQuaid sitting backdoor in the blue paint. Just ruffling some feathers. That's where you need him. He's going to go right back there.
Face off one by Fenwick, not able to clear. Here's a shot. Puck came
Watch
to Hollowell.
McQuaid.
Now loose, right out in front. Doherty trying to get a shot off. He can't, and he takes out the legs of Karzik and clears. That's going to be a penalty against Marist. The desperation of Liam Doherty completely tripped Karzik. And Marist, with 9 seconds to go, as a man going to the penalty box. That is a good call. Absolutely was a tripping against Doherty.
And that is probably going to do it.
Yep, that's huge for Fenwick. 9 seconds left on the clock. It'll negate the man advantage, and you're going to probably see McWilliams go back. Yep, there he goes.
I don't have any choice, so somehow Marist has to find a way to win this draw, get the puck up ice, but just about as long odds as you'll see. See if Cleary can find the puck. He's not able to. Now just firing it deep is Hoke. And that win for the Fenwick Friars. And they'll improve to 9-8-1. A great effort for the Marist Redhawks to try to find an upset here tonight, but wasn't to be.
Well, that's absolutely right. Marist played fantastic, especially there in the second. It got away from them in the third. The goaltending from McWilliams. Can't praise McWilliams enough tonight. He was phenomenal. For Marist, Fenwick turned it back on in the third, played the way we've seen them. They have so much talent top down. They had a game plan going into the third, and they executed.
And, of course, despite all the hostilities and all the aggressive plays and some of the chippiness at times, these two teams come together at center ice, shake hands. But Fenwick going to get their season record back above 500. And we're going to wait for Dylan Ward here, trying to corral a player, maybe a coach as well down on the ice. Well, let's get down to Dylan right now. He's standing by with game-winning goal scorer Cam Corvo. Dylan.
Thanks, Max. Yeah, here with Cam Corvo, game-winning goal. You extended a point streak to 9 in the regular season. 8 of those 9, those points have been goals. What's contributed to your hot play lately?
The speed, the intensity, always got to go hard on the pucks, you know. Can't lose a battle. That's how you lose games, in battles.
All right, only 2 games of the regular season left before Kennedy Cup playoffs and state playoffs. You guys go a game above 500 with the win tonight. What's the team morale heading into the postseason?
Hey, you know how we run it. Kennedy Cup 2022, baby. Let's go.
Sounds good, Cam. Thanks so much, and congrats on the win.
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
Back
Dylan.
to you guys.
Thanks, Dylan.
All right, Dylan, go wash your hands now, man. You got stinky hockey glove on there, buddy. Best of luck.
Cam Corvo excited for his team. Gets the game-winning goal for the Fenwick Friars here tonight.
Yeah, some happiness from Fenwick. Saw McFadden skate over, give a hoot and a holler right in his ear. Big win for Fenwick.
That'll do it for us here from Willowbrook Ice Arena. We greatly appreciate you tuning in here tonight for the penultimate CCHL game of the week. One more of them officially. That'll be on the 29th, of course, right here on the CCHL network. You'll see the the high school rivalry series presented by the Chicago Blackhawks. They'll be right here on the CCHL network. St. Rita and Brother Rice, that'll be on Sunday the 30th. So a few games still coming up on the network, but that'll do it for us here tonight. I want to thank our great crew. Vivian Hernandez doing a great job on the camera, bringing you all the great visuals from her camerawoman position. Of course, Jimmy the Wiz Olsen, all the graphics, replays, and the great technical work on the broadcast. Dylan Ward down on ice level, bringing you all the sights and sounds down from the rink side. Taylor Rammel to my right. I am Max Anderson. Thank you so much for tuning in with us, and we'll talk to you again Saturday night.